Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Handle lights and teddy bears, I'm trying to leave your block romantic. Flicking off the hip, I leave a scene looking like I'm dancing. Ain't one Westworld, best believe we not gon' stand big titties on a drum. The stick figure looking outstanding. Rip his top with the hands of the Lord, call that God tears. Send a spear right to the sky and watch his front tear. I'm that nigga cause I run with them niggas, so let's get that clear. Don't question who say I'm the GOAT, I tell them God did. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. To me that's suicide. Of course I sound cocky to a glizzy eater, fuck your pride. Don't need a horoscope to see I'm a star, so fuck your sign. You can believe in anything you want, but as for me and mine, God mode. I am what I am, so let's just keep in mind. Don't wanna be like yeah, Kyrie, they wanna be like I. She said she lost until she found me, and then she found a tribe, and then I make a bout face until she called me out of wine. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problems, and I'm standing behind you. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit in my product. I take on the crowd, tell them all, throw in the towel. Half moon with a silencer, make it sound like a howl. We the shit, we about movements with a growl. Heavy is the head with the crown, when I take it I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. I make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that mean we laughing, nigga. Jumped on the beat, start snapping, you leaving fractures. Red and green bean, I'm Gucci, you thinking fashion. There goes you for the green, and I ain't talking St. Patrick. You screaming all lives, I'm screaming all guns matter. Keep it biblical, talking in parables, cause it matter. If I say bring Jacob, I'm talking about a ladder. He was the wave till I came with the fire, no John the Baptist. Who cared you did it first? You should be worried about who after. I'm connected in any habitat, shit I adapted. Nose job on a brand new snub is all plastic. That's why I show up the court with jeans on, I'm never slacking. You a rapper turned Israelite, I'm an Israelite rapping. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problem. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit in my product. I take on the crowd, tell them all, throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Heavy is the head with the crown. When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But there's power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One Westworld, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West World, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we half, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, this the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. So they like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Woo, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
One West, one West, one West, one West, one West.
Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowin' by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it.
Shalom, Israel. We at ISBK Delaware. The ISBK started out at 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible. Tonight is our Lashawan Qadash class, and I'm going to be teaching you some Hebrew. The last time we had class, I went over the alphabet. I'll rewrite the alphabet tonight, just so we can get a basic understanding of the Lashawan Qadash, and then we'll start to go into the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So we can know who is who. You know what I mean? And how to say it and write it in the ancient Hebrew. All right. So first, you're gonna write the alphabet. 'Abba, ga, da, ha. Give us 1 second. Just focus on the ancient right now. Yeah. Kind. So we can get through this and then at least hopefully we can get half or not all of the Lashawan Qadash for far as the tribes. So right now, Officer Kwayashwan is going over he's going over the Lashawan Qadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, the Hebrew that we used to have prior to our captivities. So the alphabet is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. So, like, The alphabet is very simple. You know what I mean? Once you get to learn it, it's not hard. You just gotta, study it. It's a lot simpler than the English that we would learn. You know what I mean? You won't catch silent letters. You won't catch like a lot of the silent letters that's going on. There's no U's in our alphabet, so all them, fake Hebrew Israelites that say Yahuwah, they're speaking Yiddish. They're not speaking the Lashawan Qadash. They're not speaking the original language that the Most High and gave us to speak. They're speaking Yiddish. There's no Yahuwah. The Father, the Most High name is Yahweh, right? And who the world ignorantly calls Jesus is Yahweh Shai. So Jesus Christ would be Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the Hebrew. That's how we would pronounce his name. So once again, we want to go over it. Oh, it's right here. You got it. Ba, ka, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, da. That's right. That's your alphabet. Wa. Sound good? That's right. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Give everybody a chance to that's perfect. Give everybody a chance to, take a picture of it real quick, write it down. It's best that you write it down so that way you can learn it. You can learn it, you can go over it. So next, after, give it like a minute or two. You could, let's go to the tribes because we did Yahweh Shai last time. So we're gonna write down the 12 tribes of Israel. You just gotta erase it. Tribes. First one I believe is Judah. So, once again, you guys gotta actually read your Bibles, because in the scriptures it tells us, contrary to what we learn in Christianity, the scriptures tells us that our forefathers had multiple wives, right? And this is how the 12 tribes of Israel. If you're Black, Native, and Hispanic, this is how you came about. This is how your father created you. You know what I'm saying? Had your father been monogamous, had our forefather had been monogamous like Christianity, teaches us today, then a lot of our nations wouldn't have been born. So, print is very small. Give me 1 second. So, let's see. So, with our forefather, Jacob, whose name was later turned to Israel, Yasharallah, you know, he was Messiah. That's cool. So we know about Jacob and Esau, how there was two nations out of Rebecca's womb, right? So she had Jacob and Esau. Of course, we know that the Lord loved Jacob. You know, he hated Esau, right? So we go further now. We're going to get into the descendants, Jacob's, offspring, his children, the people who follow, who's called Israel, and the different tribes, right? So we're going to go to Genesis. 1 second. Genesis 29. So initially, he seen Rachel. In Genesis 29:10, it says, and it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban's, his mother's brother. Verse 11, and Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son, and she ran and told her father. And it came to pass, when Laban heard tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him, and embraced him, and kissed him, and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art bone of my flesh, bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me what thy wages be. And Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Right, so what happened was Jacob seen Rachel, he liked her, he went to her. He went to her. They kissed. You know, that was done prematurely, most likely. But what happened was she ended up telling her father. Now he's saying like, "What are your wages to come serve me? You know what I mean? What you gonna pay me?" Now they're about to explain. Well, I'm gonna let it explain itself. And Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, "I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter." So now he's telling them, "Look, I'm going to serve you 7 years so I can have your daughter." He wanted Rachel. And Laban said, "It is better that I give her to you than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me." So he's saying, it's better that I give her to you than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows who he is. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter and brought. Oh, Salakia. I skipped the verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her. So he was working. He wanted that sister so bad that serving this man for 7 years did not seem long to him. It just seemed like, you know how you work so hard, you're busy at work. You know what I'm saying? Your day don't feel like as long as it is. Basically, that's what happened, right? And because his love was so strong for Rachel, he really wanted her. You know what I'm saying? That's when, it didn't feel that way. He was excited about it. But then, this is what it says, verse 23. It says, "And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her." So even though he wanted Rachel, right? He wanted Rachel, but the custom was you couldn't take the younger daughter without the older daughter being sent up, given away first. So he gave him his eldest daughter first, right? So he went in unto her. So this is a direct cut to your Christianity right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a direct cut to it. Our forefathers and everything was made off of multiple wives, right? And that he took Leah's daughter and brought her unto him, and he went in unto her. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for her handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning it was Leah. And he said to Laban, "What is this thou hast done to me?" So now he's saying, like, who did you give me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he didn't know at the time. He said, "Who did you get? Who did you give to me?" And then, "What is this thou hast done to me? Did I not serve thee for Rachel? Wherefore then thou hast beguiled me?" And Laban said, "It must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn." It says, "Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years." So he's saying, now in our country, like I just explained, it's not our custom to give, the younger daughter before the firstborn. The firstborn got to be given away first. So Laban gave Jacob Leah first, and then he's telling him, you got to serve another 7 years for Rachel, right? So it says, "Fulfill her week, and we will give thee also for thy service which thou shalt serve me in other 7 years. And Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week. And he gave him Rachel, his daughter, to wife also." Did it say that he left Leah? Did you hear that? Right. He didn't leave Leah for Rachel. You understand? He didn't leave the woman that he went into because he wanted this other woman. He said her father gave him Rachel as well. Right? So you have both of them. this has always been a tradition in our in our culture. But of course, due to oppression and everything like that, and them wanting to destroy our family, and they don't want us to be together, and they want to keep destroying us and breaking our families apart. They feed us monogamy. They feed our women monogamy, that you got to be the only one. They teach them to be selfish, to not, but at the same time, women are naturally competitive. You understand? Y'all naturally, so let me show you how they started to compete, right? These two sisters. So it says, and Laban gave Rachel to his daughter, and Laban gave to Rachel his daughter Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. So, verse 30, and he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. So, this is another thing. Like, okay, in Islam, they teach that you got to treat them all the same. You know what I'm saying? That's, of course you might love one more than the other, and that's just the reality of it. We're not Muslim. So a lot of times when we say, like, I have multiple wives or whatever, they associate us with being Muslim. You know what I mean? But even here, it tells you that he loved Leah more than, he loved Rachel more than he loved Leah. Right? So then it says, when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. So what had happened was, because he loved Rachel more, he allowed Leah to have his kids, right? And he closed up Rachel's womb. Well, he didn't close, but she was barren. She wasn't able to have the kids, right? And then it says, and Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. So this is his first son that was born, right? His name was Reuben. You got that up there already or no? No, okay, no sweat. So she had Reuben first, which is Ra'aban, right? In the Hebrew. For she said, surely the Lord have looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me. And so this is what also happened. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord have heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. Right? Shamawan. That's how you pronounce Simeon in the Hebrew. So now he gave Leah 2 kids, and Rachel didn't have any yet. Right? So now she thinking she was going to have this baby, and it was going to make Jacob love her more. You know what I'm saying? That's what the end of the scripture says. And she conceived again and bare a son, and says and said, because the Lord have heard that I was hated, he therefore has given me a son named Simeon. Verse 34. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, now this time my husband will be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore his name called Levi, right? Which is Loyah, which is, Levi end up being the priests and the judges of the nation. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how in today's court system, what do we get? We get lawyers. That's where that comes from. The Hebrew term Loyah, right? Because they carry the law. So then, I believe this is the 3rd son that was born by Leah, right? So even though he loved Rachel, she was beautiful and everything like that, the Lord gave Leah 3 sons, go to verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now I will praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah, right? And left barren. So now the fourth son name is Judah, which is Yahweh. That's the Negroes, right? That's considered the Negroes. Maybe you could write a small Negroes or Benjamin West Indian. Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, you can do that and just put it in the chat. Right? So Judah, which are your Negroes. So this is the fourth son that was born unto Leah, right? Now we're going to Genesis chapter 30, verse 1, right? So it says, and when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister. So she was jealous, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with a little jealousy, right? Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children or else I die, right? So she didn't go try to fight her sister, you know what I'm saying? She didn't try to, humiliate Jacob, you know what I'm saying? She's saying, give me your babies. I want to have a kid too, you know what I'm saying? So then it says, and she was being dramatic, or else I'm going to die, you know what I'm saying? So then verse 2, and Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in God's stead? Who have withheld from thee the fruit of the womb? So when he's saying, is he in God's stead? Look up the word stead. Right, so stead means the place or role that someone or something should have or fill. So he's saying, like, am I in the role of God? Like, I'm not the Lord. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, put this on you. Who have withheld thee from the fruit of thy womb? And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah. So this is how she competed with her sister, right? She gave, because she couldn't have the kids, she gave him her maid, right? So it says, and go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. So because that was her maid, she was going to take that child in as her own and say, look, because I can't have them, here, take this woman, right? So she gave him a different woman, you know what I'm saying? So, and she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. And Jacob went in unto her. Right? So this goes to show you again, sex is marriage. He said, and he gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. And when he went in unto her, that's when she became his wife. There was no certificates. There was nothing. He went into her. He consummated, with her. Right? He consummated with her. He didn't take her down to the courthouse and say, I want to marry you, and judge sign off on this paper so that we marry. No, sex is marriage according to this Bible. And it's all over the Bible. Right? So I'm not sure where Christianity and all these other religions get this nonsense from. This is another thing to keep us oppressed. Right? Because if we understood sex is marriage, we would be careful who we sleep with. But they don't want us to think that sex is marriage. They don't want us to understand that sex is marriage. They want us to keep having sex and whoring ourselves out to each, woman, have sex until you're happy, and you're never happy, so you're going to keep having sex forever with different men, searching for a false happiness, right? But let's get back to the scripture. So she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. Now she became his rib. she became his wife. And Jacob went in unto her, and Bilhah conceived, and bare Jacob a son. And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and have also heard my voice, and have given me a son. Therefore she called his name Dan. That's the tribe of Dan. Which is I think that's Gad. Tribe of Dan? Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. Which would be Gad in the Hebrew. Right? That would be your Native American Indians today. Let's see. And verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. So she conceived again. Now that's his rib. He's conceiving with her, right? And bare Jacob a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. Right. It don't gotta be like a. It ain't gotta be like a word right there. Oh, I got you. No, I do gotta be in order, but hold on, let me see. I got it right. Naphtali will be Naphthalia in the Hebrew, and that's from Argentina to Chile. That's around that region of those Southern American. They will be Israelites as well, right? So, and when Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her to Jacob to wife. Once again, now she took, because Leah had all these kids, now she was barren. You know, Rachel didn't have any kids yet. So then, so now they're in a competition. I'm gonna give him the most babies, right? This is how women get competitive. You understand? This is how our woman got competitive. Not that she's gonna leave him. She's not gonna leave him. You know what I'm saying? And search for another man because he had a baby with another woman. That's not how our nation was started, right? It's okay to be envious, but use that to further your nation. Use that envy to further, to make your husband better or to carry on his name. You understand? Like, don't get envious and now you destroy your family. Now you want to put him on child support because he got another wife, right? We don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the Most High built our nation, and that's not what the sisters did to build this nation. They gave them more kids. You know what I'm saying? Here go my handmaid. If I can't have no more, here go my handmaid, and you gonna have more of these kids if that's what you want. You understand? Let's see. So she verse 9 again says, when Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. Right? Oh, Salaki. Dan is not Gad. Tripping. Salaki. Let's see. Dan would be Don. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she, it says, and Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name Gad. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher, which is the tribe of Ashar. Asher, right? That will be considered
Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia
Uruguay.
to Uruguay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right? So then, keep going. And Reuben went in the days of the wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, Give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. And she said unto her, Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, Therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrake. So now she's saying, okay, if you give me your son's mandrakes, you can have our husband, you can have him for tonight. Right? So that's what she's saying. And he lay with her that night. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived, and bare Jacob the fifth son. And Leah said, God have given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. That would be your Mexicans today. What I'm breaking down is how we came about as a nation. The process of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is where we come from. We didn't just come from one woman. He had multiple women. He had, it seems, about 4, right? 4 wives. Jacob, our forefather. Right? So if any one of you Christians out there believe that this word of God is the unadulterated, unaffiliated word of truth, right? That's what y'all say. The authoritative word of God, then why don't you believe in these scriptures and understand how you came about? You pastors need to step down, give us your churches, and come to class and learn.
Right.
Verse 19, and Leah conceived again, and bare Jacob a 6th son. And Leah said, God have endued me with a great dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulon. And that name is not up there, but oh yeah, it is. Zabalawan. That's how you pronounce it, and that's Guatemala. Right? Zabalawan. Right? So where are we? Verse 21. And afterwards she bare a daughter, and called her name Dinah. Verse 22. And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her, and opened her womb. So now she was so faithful to Jacob, she ain't leaving because, she couldn't have kids, and he went to decide to have kids with other women. She didn't do that. Eventually, God opened up her womb. You understand? And he hearkened unto her. This is what it said. The Lord hearkened. God has taken Salaki. And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her and opened up her womb. So now she can finally bear that brother's children. You understand? Opened up her womb. And she conceived and bare a son, and said, God hath taken away my reproach. And she called his name Joseph. And she said, the Lord shall add to me another son. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, Send me away, that I may go into my own place and to my country. So now he served Laban for them daughters, and he conceived all these sons. Now it's time to take them out of their father's house. And he went into his own country to dwell. Right? Verse 26, Give me my wives and my children, for when I have served thee, and let me go. For thou knowest my service, which I have done thee. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thy eyes, tarry. For I have learned by experience that the Lord hath blessed me for thy sake. So now he's saying that the Most High has blessed him. He wanted him to tarry. Tarry me, wait, stay here. That's what Laban is saying. Look, the Lord has blessed me for your sake. You know what I'm I'm saying? With you being here, the Lord has blessed me. That's major. That's heavy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Verse 28, and he said, appoint me thy wages, and I will give it. And he said unto him, thou knowest how I served thee, and how thy cattle was with me. Verse 30, for it was little which thou hadst before I came, and it is now increased unto a multitude. And the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming. And now when I shall provide for my own house also. Verse 31, and he said, what shall I give thee? And Jacob said, thou shalt not give me anything. If thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock. Right? So Jacob was a great worker. That's what this is saying. You know what I'm saying? He increased the flock of Laban. Right? He said, you had little cows when I got here, now they increased. Now look at your lamb after I left. And that's how the Most High instructs us to work. The Most High instructs us to work by increasing wherever we go. You know what I'm saying? He said, I will again feed and keep thy flock. Verse 32, I will pass through all thy flock today, removing from thence all the speckled and spotted cattle, and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and of such shall be my hire. Verse 33, so shall my righteousness answer for me in time to come, when it shall come to hire of thy face everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and brown among the sheep, that shall be counted stolen with me. And Laban said, behold, I would it might be according to thy word. So now he gave it to him. He took all the spotted and speckled sheep. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so now let me go over some of these tribes. This is about, all right, so I'm going to go over some of these so that way we can, get an understanding of how it's written. Get an understanding of how this is written.
That's right, honey.
So, the tribe of Judah, which are your Negroes. Like I just read how 12 tribes came about, right? And they came, well, I'm going to emphasize it. I have to emphasize it because America is emphasizing monogamy. America is emphasizing one wife, and if you have more than one woman, that you don't love that first wife. And that's absolutely false. That's absolutely false. That's the furthest thing from the truth, right? That's not what it's going to take to rebuild our nation. It's not what it's taking, to keep our families together. Women are leaving men left and right, putting them on child support, divorcing them, and destroying our families because of what America is pushing. So I'm going to push what the Most High tells us to push. I'm going to push what the Lord gave us to do, right? It's a song out that just came out. Submissive woman in demand too.
Right.
This is part of being submissive. Understanding that your man may have babies by other women. Right? And it's not up for you to neglect them. It's not up to you to, be a wicked, evil dragon to your man. It's not up to you to leave. This is part of being submissive. This is part of being a woman, a daughter of Zion. You understand? A daughter of the Most High. You coming in this truth and learning and understanding your role. This is how you do it. Learning what your quote unquote foremothers has done. Right? So Judah, which is the Negroes, right? That's most of us that was, well, I can't say most of us, because our nation is pretty much split. It's, it's diverse. But, a lot of us that's in America that was born here with the so-called African Americans, the African quote unquote descendants of the slaves, right? The so-called, because we're not African, we're the Negroes, right? Then you got Benjamin, which is Benjamin, which is the West Indian, your Jamaicans, Bahamians, those people, right? You got the tribe of Levi, Salakia, Loya, which is the Haitians. They would be the Levi. These was what the Levitical priesthood was made for, right? You had a Levitical covenant that they had to make for the tribe of Levi. They carried out the law. They were the priests. They was the ones that was going around killing you if you committed adultery. They was the ones that was going around killing you or stoning you for stealing, or any pedophilia or rape or anything like that happened. They'll come around and carry out the punishment back in those times. Tribe of Simeon, which is Shemawan, which is the Dominicans. That's your Dominicans. So I see a lot of people, because I talk on different platforms and stuff a lot, and we hate to, for some reason, we're so split apart with the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, right? They say, oh, well, they don't claim being us. They think they white. You know what I'm saying? But we all been bamboozled.
Right.
But they're a part of us, right? A lot of us, I was having a conversation with one of my homies from the world earlier, and, we was talking about the Chinese stores in the hood, and he asked me, what about the poppy stores? Well, them poppy stores need to stay. And we need, if we stop spending our money at these Asian Chinese stores that don't care nothing about us, that won't put a net on the basketball court, that won't do anything to further or better our community, they don't donate to any books or none of that, right? They take our money and they go gamble it at the casino because they got their own section in the casino, right? They got their own cities in America that they building up. Why they all in our neighborhoods? We got to stop being lazy, right? And we got to cook. Ain't nobody's chicken better than our mom's cooking.
Right.
Right? Ain't who fried chicken better than us. Matter of fact, no matter what we make it the best, right? We can have more Dominican stores. We can have more poppy stores. And we had that Spanish food, that Spanish rice. You understand?
Right.
That there's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to really learn who we are and come together and support each other. Because our nation, we can take over this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. We got Jamaican food, them oxtails.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was that? The spicy cabbage.
Right.
You know
Aki and
what else?
sausage.
The mac and cheese.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. I might be sounding a little racist right now, but they're amazing. And then you don't want to get into the fruits and stuff like that. The fruits and everything that they have on them islands is immaculate. They're amazing. You know what I'm saying? So we could go both ways with it. We could go vegan or we could go with the meats. Pause. Right?
Right.
So, even the Haitians got the food on. All of our nations got the food on lock. Let's starve these Chinese food stores, man. We don't need them. Get them out of our neighborhoods. And let's buy them stores. Right? So, we got the Dominicans. I'm from Philly. We got a lot of Dominicans. We got a lot of Ricans.
Right.
Right? So, but for some reason, we look at them like they're not part of us. You know what I'm saying? We look at the Mexicans like they're not part of us. And now, the oppressor got it so crazy that they making us want to go against the people at the border. Right? But just a couple years ago, when the Democrats was talking about the border and everything. Like when Donald Trump was talking about building that wall, everybody had a fit. But now the Democrats are saying it. This is how lost our people is. You know what I'm saying? Most of our people is Democrats, right? So now that the Democrats are saying, oh, the people at the border is the problem, you know, now they coming into our neighborhoods, they're the problem. Now we believe that they're the problem. Meanwhile, they done let in over 1 million Ukrainians, 1 million Arabs, building up smoke shops everywhere, destroying us, right? What do Mexicans come in here and do? Man, they come in and work hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that fruit that we get, when I go to the produce junction, you know who I see back there working? The Mexicans, right? When I go, they out in the fields picking the fruit for little to nothing, right? To feed their family. They out doing the landscaping. They in the sewers doing the dirty work that we too lazy to do, that we don't want to do because America has made us spoiled, right? We get used to the food stamps. Even though, I'm not going to lie, us black men and women, we do work hard. I'm not going, you know, but I'm talking about these people that's complaining and that's always listening to the Democrats, right? And not just the Democrats, that's just believing in our oppressor for a better life. It ain't going to happen. The Mexicans ain't hurting us. They not taking our work. They not doing none of that. So we need to understand that we all the same people and we got the same forefathers. We got Zabalawan, which is Guatemalan. Ephraim, once again, that's your Puerto Ricans, your so-called Puerto Ricans. You know, and the name is Aparayam. Aparayam, the way remember, we read from right to left when it's written in the Hebrew, right? So it's Aparayam, and Yum is put together. The tribe of Manasseh, that's your Cubans, right? Once again, we got a lot of Cubans down there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? We got Cubans all along the coast. We got Cubans in Philly too, right? And all over, right? And we need to really understand that we are together and come together, man. You know, and we pray the Most High bring us together and bring our people together. Cubans would be the tribe of Manasseh. That's Manasseh. That's how we pronounce that. Gad is the Native American Indians, right? Tribe of Gad, and it'll be pronounced Gad in Hebrew. So that's your Native American Indians. Once again, like when we went down to North Carolina last year, I seen a lot of Native Americans. And once again, we'll be back down there. So if you watching this class, Native American, Black, or Hispanic so-called, come to our 55th annual Passover, right? It's going to be in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. But I've seen a lot of Native Americans. They went through the same struggles that we had. You know what I'm saying? We got ghettos, they got reservations, right? And the conditions on them reservations is not glorious enough. You know what I'm saying? The conditions that our people is living in will be equivalent to our ghettos, if not worse, right? Because they have more people in a household than we do. But you know, this is the 8 tribes, and I'm gonna go over the rest next week. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Pass me that paper real quick.
Okay.
So with that being said, I'm gonna close out the class. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're gonna go over it again next week, and we're gonna add the rest. This is 8. We're gonna add the rest next week. This is your ISUPK security announcements. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. Yeah, they are here to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the Teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3, chapter 8 through 10. Chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'asharah means tenth in Hebrew. It's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund is a free will offering to the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Passover, which is 420 down in North Carolina, right? Get with your camp leader. You need a ride. Prepare yourself. We got the Feast of Unleavened Bread the day afterwards, so you got to get all the bread before we go down there. We got to get all the bread out of our house so we can, celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread for the whole week. You know what I'm saying? What else? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black pants. It's like it. All black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Mijah, we're gonna give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Mijah Shabbat, Mijah, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Yashamatah. We're gonna start trying to face the sisters. Sisters of Mijah. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shemar Alatam, Hashem Yahshua.
Rajamatah, class dismissed.